Yo, it's good everyone. This is AEO Boxing from Adiba, and we're here to talk about if Ryan Garcia can beat Jaron Boots Ennis. So as we all know, Jaron Boots Ennis fought in a rematch this past Saturday against Karen Chukinjayev, and it was a lackluster performance. Most people had the expectation that Boots was going to stop and knock out Karen, but since that didn't happen, and with the rematch being more competitive than the first fight, Boots is now receiving a lot of criticism, which is understandable. The biggest criticism that Boots is getting right now is that he got hit too much, and if that were to happen against a better opponent, especially one with power, Boots would have gotten knocked out. And since Boots was hit with the left hook a lot, fans now confidently believe that people like Ryan Garcia, Vergil Ortiz, Terrence Crawford, and etc. would beat Boots. Ryan Garcia said himself that he would beat Boots and wants to fight him next. Though I understand where the sentiment is coming from, and on a service level, it makes a lot of sense, but in my opinion, Boots would easily beat Ryan Garcia and will most likely beat Vergil Ortiz, but would lose to Terrence Crawford. Let me explain. The main issue in thinking that Ryan could beat Boots is that people are completely overlooking Karen and his skill set. Like stated in my previous video, Karen is a good fighter and should be considered a top welterweight. The reason why he gave Ennis so much trouble in both fights is his footwork and style. Karen is a pure boxer. He prefers to box and move. His footwork allows him to get in and out of range and use angles for offense and defensive purposes. Furthermore, he knows how to clinch and smother his opponents, slowing down the pace and their opponent's momentum. The reason why Karen was able to land those left hooks was because of his feet. For example, that left hook he landed in the first round that knocked Boots off balance happened because Boots overreached trying to land the left hand. He overreached because Karen stepped back slightly, thus allowing Karen to land a sneaky check left hook. Now, when it comes to Ryan, he arguably has the best left hook in boxing and has various ways of setting it up and landing it. So it would be foolish for me to discount the possibility of Ryan landing a similar left hook like what Karen did in that fight. But Ryan does not have the same footwork as Karen. Ryan is more of a flat-footed, mid-range, come-forward type of fighter. He's shown some ability to box and move, like in the Oscar Duarte fight and in the Haney fight, but he's clearly not on the same level as Karen when it comes to footwork and moving. And from a style standpoint, Boots fights his best against flat-footed, mid-range, come-forward type of fighters. Other than having a better left hook, Ryan does nothing better than Boots. He's not faster, not more powerful, doesn't have the footwork, nor the defense. Furthermore, Boots has a better chin than Ryan. Ryan has been dropped twice, stopped once, and hurt several times by lightweights and 140-pounders. Boots has only been hurt once and has never been dropped in his career. People will say that Ryan has a better resume, which is true, but Boots has fought some power punchers like Roman Villa and was able to withstand the power. Granted, Ryan may be stronger at welterweight since he wouldn't have to cut so much weight, but it's not guaranteed that his power will transfer to welterweight. The question is, will this fight even happen? And in my opinion, no. I think Boots' time at welterweight is near its end. According to him, if he can't unify with a champion at welterweight, then he's willing to move up to 154. And we should know his next move by the spring of 2025. Ryan, on the other hand, is still on his 1-year suspension for PEDs and won't be able to fight professionally until after April of 2025. Boots would have fought or most likely have a fight by then, therefore ruling out a Ryan Garcia fight until the end of 2025. Furthermore, I am not sure if Oscar De La Hoya would even want Ryan to fight Boots. If De La Hoya wanted a Golden Boy fighter to fight Boots, it would be Vergil Ortiz. Eddie Hearn is apparently in the negotiations with Turki Al-Sheikh to make a Matchroom vs Golden Boy 5 vs 5 next year with Jaron Ennis vs Vergil Ortiz as the headliner. If Boots goes up to 154, then I doubt that Ryan will chase him to that weight class. The question is now, can Boots beat Vergil? And I think he can, but this is more of a 50-50 fight. It seems like a lot of fans are leaning towards Vergil now, pretty much using the same reasoning why they think Ryan would beat Boots. He gets hit too much, but you can honestly say the same thing about Vergil Ortiz. In his last fight, Vergil got hit a lot and was dropped twice by Sergey Boachuk, who is also Ukrainian like Karen. Furthermore, Vergil doesn't have better footwork than Karen. Vergil is flat-footed, come-forward type of fighter. He does have some pure boxing ability, but his style is based on aggression and pressure. Like stated before, this style will favor Boots, but Vergil does have some advantages going into this fight. Vergil is naturally bigger and is acclimated to 154, and possibly has more power than Boots. If Boots were to jump up to 154, he would need to change his style to fight bigger boxers. Yes, it's true that Boots is a big welterweight and may have been slightly weight drained. I say this because Jaron appeared to be stronger than Boots. He was low-key pushing and moving Boots around in the clinches, so going to 154 may be beneficial for Boots because he'll be stronger, faster, and more durable, but regardless, he will still need to modify his style to fight bigger people. And in my opinion, in order for Boots to beat Vergil, he would need to box him, utilize his jab and footwork rather than trying to walk him down and go toe-to-toe with Vergil. If Vergil were to catch Boots with the same punches like Jaron did, Vergil will most likely hurt Boots. Regardless, I think moving to 154 is the best option for Boots at this point in his career. Now when it comes to Crawford, I believe Crawford would beat Boots. As stated in my previous video, Jaron's footwork and Boots' impatience is what made this fight a hard fight. Based on that performance, Crawford would beat Boots at the current moment. He has the footwork to neutralize Boots, but also the discipline to frustrate him. The general consensus is that Boots is not ready for Crawford, but I disagree. Even though it's a bad matchup, Boots is ready for Crawford. Boots is 27 years old while Crawford is 37 years old. Crawford is on the brink of retirement while Boots' career is just picking up steam. If they were to fight, now's the time. No need to marinate this. This fight against Jaron did slow the momentum of Boots, but if he jumps up to 154 and stops Vergil or someone like Bakram, then the fans would press for that fight, because that would be the biggest fight at 154. Unless Spence beats Vendora and wants a rematch with Terrence Crawford. But who knows, this is boxing, anything can happen. But thank you for tuning in with AEO Boxing from Adiba. Hit like, subscribe, and more content's coming your way.